What? The Champions League has been leaked out? What? You're telling me that all these draws are all set up already, that it's all been leaked out, that it's all set to go, that they know who's being drawn up, that these draws have already been leaked out, that we know they are facing each other, that it's Juventus and Porto, that it's Manchester City and Tottenham, that it's Liverpool and Ajax, and it's Manchester United against whoever is left. Really? Why even watch? Right? The question is where did the leak come from? And which source was it derived from? Because if history tells us a lesson, is that Liverpool and Roma were selling tickets for that match before the draw was even played last year. So you're telling me that before Liverpool and Roma were drawing up against each other, that they were selling tickets for Liverpool against Roma over at Rome. You're telling me that the draw was rigged. Well, every single Champions League draw is rigged. In this video, I would like to, break down the draw and what we can expect a little later on down the road, and what we can possibly expect for this Champions League draw that's going to be starting 5.5 hours from now. 5.5 hours, 12:30 CTE, whatever that is. It's going to be 4 o'clock in the morning here in Arizona, in the west coast of the States. Porto against Juventus. I can believe that. I totally can believe that. That was one of the matchups that was supposedly leaked. Porto is from Portugal. Ronaldo is from Portugal. I can believe that. Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday of 1985, 1985, adds up to 23. Juventus can end the 23-year Champions League title drought. Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday is something that's very interesting. February the 5th adds up to Cristiano Ronaldo 7. February the 5th of the year, 1985, that Cristiano Ronaldo was born adds up to 30. And in gematria, it is Porto that equals 30. The only history that I know of that Cristiano Ronaldo has against Porto is that in 2009 it was, I think Cristiano Ronaldo and Manchester United knocked him out of the quarterfinals. Cristiano Ronaldo played with Sporting Lisbon. Lisbon is a rival of Porto. Porto is the most decorated Portuguese team in the Champions League, having won the Champions League in recent times. Benfica had a history of losing Champions League finals in the competition when it was called the European Cup. I can believe it. Juventus faced off against Monaco on 2 separate occasions, 2015 and 2017, en route to 2 Champions League finals. There are 2 recent Champions League finals. They faced off against Monaco during their Champions League final runs with Gianluigi Buffon and company in 2015 and 2017. Based off of history, I can expect Juventus to face off against Porto again, because Juventus faced off against Porto back in 2017 in the knockout round of 16. This time with the Portuguese star Cristiano Ronaldo can make that return back home and make himself feel welcome back at home. Former Porto wingback Alexandro was suspended against Atletico Madrid. He can make his return to the Champions League against his former club. We're talking about Alexandro of Juventus, who may end up being sold to Manchester United or Real Madrid at the end of the year. Juventus won 3-0 on aggregate against FC Porto in 2017. I think that if UEFA really wants Juventus in the Champions League final, I think they draw them up against Porto again. I think they want Manchester City in there because Manchester City had the easiest draw of any team out there against Schalke. Liverpool FC, the next step. Liverpool, what do we have with Liverpool? Felipe Coutinho. He went to Barcelona. He missed out on the final. He missed out. Liverpool made it to the final. I honestly had no idea that Felipe Coutinho had this poor of a year with Barcelona, that he may be out of Barcelona after this year. Felipe Coutinho's with Barcelona, former Liverpool guy, but it's not just Felipe Coutinho. Luis Suarez, striker, right? Almost led Liverpool to the Premier League title. That game against Crystal Palace, but boom, Liverpool choked. What was it? 2012, 2013, Liverpool choked. Yeah, it was that year with Luis Suarez, and then Luis Suarez left, and Luis Suarez, Felipe Coutinho can go up against Liverpool again. I am liking that a lot. Davinson Sanchez. Well, you're already wrong about that for starters. Not all of my predictions are wrong. You're just being a blind hater. You're going to be in timeout. You ain't got nothing good to say. You are done, my friend. You are finished. I had you in my back pocket because Cristiano Ronaldo is heading home to Madrid, where the Champions League final is at. Because Cristiano Ronaldo's first Champions League title with Real Madrid, remember, came over at Portugal. It was played at Lisbon, the 2014 Champions League final. Awfully similar. He returns home to Madrid. The Juventus Champions League campaign began over at Wanda Metropolitano. It's going to end at Wanda Metropolitano. We see fino alla fine until the end. Juventus 2 years ago, I said, hey, Juventus are winning the final this year, but boom, they beat Atletico Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo's magic. Cristiano Ronaldo, the standout player of the Champions League so far. And you know what? Cristiano Ronaldo is not even in the top 10 in goals scored in the Champions League. He's only scored 4 goals so far. But the majority of these goals that Ronaldo is going to score is going to end up in the knockout stage. And you see the final on June the 1st, 6-1. Cristiano Ronaldo got suspended. He had 5 group stage matches, only scoring 1 goal. That's a lot, like España equaling 51 in gematria. Oh, yeah, La Joya Dybala has scored more goals than Cristiano Ronaldo in the Champions League this year. La Joya Dybala's got 5 goals. Ronaldo has 4. La Joya's going to be scoring 7 goals. Juventus needs a duel. Cristiano Ronaldo is the guy, but it is La Joya Dybala. They are really making Dybala looking great in the Champions League this year with 5 goals. He's got more than Cristiano. Fuck it, man. Forza La Joya. Forza Paulo. He's going to go back. Paulo Dybala signed with Juventus for 23 million euros back during the 2015 season. That was a preview of what is to come 23 years later after 1996. Manchester City against Barcelona, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that because Manchester City and Barcelona, I'm going to be stunned if they are going to be drawn up against each other. I'm going to be stunned if City face off against Barcelona in the quarters. That's got to happen later, amigo. Manchester City, 7-0. All these goals. Manchester City are suspect defense. Manchester City choked and stuttered against Liverpool last year. I imagine they got to ball it up against a Premier League rival in the quarterfinals. Is it going to be Liverpool again? That is something to ponder. But Manchester United and fucking Manchester City, what was this about the news that, Manchester United has to reverse their fixture. You cannot have the two Manchester teams play at home during the first leg. Are they going to avoid that dilemma by drawing Manchester City against Manchester United? I cannot help myself but to think about that. So we got Ronaldo returning. Porto. But in addition, Porto was coming off of the win against AS Roma. Eusebio Di Francesco. Eusebio was named after the Portuguese football legend Eusebio. He gets knocked out by Porto. He gets fired. So they knock out the coach named after the Portuguese football legend Eusebio. Are they going to go up against the Portuguese legend Ronaldo in the quarters? That is something to beg and ponder about. But the Premier League match, I'm going to be surprised if we do not see an English draw in the quarterfinals. You have to see one English quarterfinal draw. To me, it has to be any combination of Manchester City, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Any combination of the three, whether it be Manchester City against Manchester United, Manchester City against Liverpool, or Manchester United against Liverpool. Manchester United against Liverpool. But then you think about Luis Suarez and Felipe Coutinho and all these Barcelona-Liverpool connections. To me, what if Liverpool lose to Real Madrid and Barcelona? Is La Liga going to show that it's going to spice it up? That La Liga can still be semi-strong in the competition? That is something to look out for. Whoever Barcelona plays, I imagine Barcelona is going to be going up against the Premier League. Lionel Messi's got a history against Manchester United. He beat United in the final twice. Is United going to be Messi's bitch? That is a question. Is Messi going to beat Liverpool? Is Messi going to get revenge against Liverpool? Because Liverpool knocked out Barcelona in the round of 16 when Liverpool won its latest Champions League title, and Liverpool is trying to win the league, and they're trying to win the Champions League title this year, so that is something to look out for. Ajax against Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to be surprised if Tottenham Hotspur not facing off against Ajax. I got my bet for that already. Ajax against Tottenham Hotspur. Davinson Sanchez, fucking Tottenham, fucking Ajax. 2017 Europa Final, Christian Eriksen, main guy. Is he going to go or not? I have no idea. I don't know what to believe in regards to the transfer rumors. But Christian Eriksen faced off against Ajax. Can he return back home to Amsterdam? That is something to look out for. That is something very compelling. What is even more compelling, outside of Ajax, Tottenham is seeing Ajax and Juventus in the semifinals. I would love to see that. Although I would be surprised to see Ajax against Juventus in the Champions League final. I came out with the draw prediction already for the quarterfinals. Manchester Derby, and then Ronaldo heading back home to Portugal, and then Tottenham Hotspur and some of their Ajax guys going up against their former team. And then we have Liverpool against Barcelona. That seems very compelling. We thought for years that Pep Guardiola was going to face off against Bayern Munich. That never happened. So what I'm coming up with, there may be one correct draw prediction. There may be two correct draw prediction. I think the two correct draw prediction is going to be Juventus Porto and then Tottenham Ajax. Tottenham Ajax and Juventus Porto. Relax, man. Now, in terms of the other four, Liverpool may end up facing against Manchester United. With this little draw leaking out, this stupid draw leaking out that, Manchester City against Barcelona, that is just too hard for me to believe. To me, Pep Guardiola's streak of failing to make the Champions League finals is going to end at 7 because 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, that's 7 years. That's going to end at 7, and City's got to go up against Juventus. if I had my dream scenario, Juventus would go up against Manchester United. I would love to face United in the final. I respect United. I love United. They took Paul Pogba. I love Paul Pogba. I'm going to be rooting for Paul Pogba to win the Champions League final. Manchester United are the biggest club in England. Their fans did not murder our fans. The Liverpool scum garbage banned England from the Champions League for 5 years because they're a bunch of deluded fucking dickheads. They murdered our fucking fans. 1985, you stupid dickheads. That's what Liverpool is. Man United's the biggest club in England, and Paul Pogba is going to be the next guy in England to win the Champions League final. It ain't happening this year, and Manchester United going to win within 5 years, man. That is the case, bud. That is the case. Manchester City are going to ball it up. They're going to ball it up. They're going to beat whoever. They're going to ball it up this year because Pep Guardiola has got to say, oh, I am not a fraud. I am Pep Guardiola. I'm not Pep Fraudiola. I ain't no Fraudiola because I won with Barcelona. What has Valverde won? That is a good question. Messi, he owns La Liga. La Liga is Messi's bitches. And you know what? We are Madrid. You are a teeny, small, tiny club. We reached Champions League finals without Cristiano Ronaldo. And you're going to go back to getting knocked out of the round of 16 like the teeny, tiny Madrid that you really are right now. So suck it. Suck it, Fiorentino. Suck it, man. Suck it. Suck it, man. Suck it, boy. You understand? It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo left for the bigger club. He left for the bigger club. You wanted to get out knocked out, didn't you, Fiorentino? You wanted to save yourself the humiliation of getting dick slapped by the Pinardo. Fiorentino loved that he got knocked out. Fiorentino's dream came true. He gets to avoid Juventus. He gets to avoid the Manconelli. He gets to avoid the humiliation. I'm done ranting on Fiorentino and the teeny tiny Madrid scumbags who want to boo and echo Ronaldo. We got nothing but love for Ronaldo. We are lucky we got Ronaldo. This guy is the fucking GOAT. This guy just screams Michael Jordan. He is a cold-blooded assassin, man. He's a cold-blooded assassin. Who's everyone else? You know what? Fuck you people out there. I don't see any fucking draw predictions. There are too much pussy shits out there that don't want to put out their fucking draw prediction because they're a bunch of pussies. They're a bunch of pussies that don't want to put out their fucking draw prediction. It's only a prediction, mate. So you think it's going to face off against each other, bud? That, whenever sources derived, that is something that's very interesting to look out for, is where did that little page with the matchups of the fucking quarterfinal draw come from? Is it an official page or is it fake news? Fake news is bull. And I don't want to be a victim of fake news. All four of these matchups? No, bud, that ain't gonna happen. I did notice that ever since the fucking leaked matchups came out, that the odds for the draw, like for instance, Juventus Porto, the odds went down ever since the leak came out, and the odds for Liverpool, no, I want good draws. I want good draws. I want good matchups. Good ones. Ajax Tottenham, that'd be bloodbath. That would be all the way till the very fucking end, amigo. Fucking Manchester City and United, bro. That is going to go all the way to the very end, man. That is big time. Runner-ups against Barcelona, Liverpool against Barcelona. Tell me, fuck all you people that want to watch the bullshit NBA and that stupid garbage. Champions League is better. It kicks its fucking ass. It fucking slaps its dick around the NBA, my nigga. You see what I mean? This is fucking football, amigo. Fucking goals don't come by every fucking second, right? This is the Champions League, my nigga. I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see who Ronaldo's got next. I am fucking blasted for this. I'm going to be up till 4 a.m. for this one. I hope Ronaldo heads back home. I don't give a damn. We deserve to play Porto. You know what? We beat Atletico. We beat the Europa winners. They play to win trophies. Atletico is carrying the mentality of being a big club. They're not like the teenage shit Inter Milan. Oh, let's get out of Europa. Who gives a fuck about Europa? Oh, they got embarrassed. They got embarrassed. How's that going to help you? Sevilla went from winning 3 Europas to getting in the Champions League knockouts. The Europa Trophy can help your club in a way. When you beat the smaller competition, it sets you up for the next stage, the next level of the competition. It has helped out. What can you say about Atletico Madrid? Atletico Madrid came up against a gigantic beast that we know to be the Juventus and Cristiano Ronaldo. What can you say about that? So, you know, you want to talk about scenarios? Look, let's just fucking draw it up, right? Now, I am not buying that leak at all. I am not buying this leak at all. I'm not buying Liverpool against Ajax. I'm going to be stunned to death if I see that. Stunned to death, but legitly. I think Liverpool against Barcelona would be much more compelling, much more exciting than that. I'm sure before the draw last year that, like Roma against Barcelona, man, right? Real Madrid have to face off against Bayern, right? Not Liverpool, all right? So, process of elimination, right? So, can Juventus go up against, realistically, I think realistically, UEFA's going to help us this year. I think I would love to beat and beaten and batter the Liverpool murderous scum that they are to their deathbeds. That would be fucking awesome. But knowing how UEFA is, they're going to give us the easy draw. What can you say about that? Liverpool's too small to make it to the semifinals. They have to worry about the league. And Salah already said that, I'm going to give up my dream of winning the Champions League if it means helping the fans get them their dream of winning the Premier League. Fuck you, man. Champions League over the league any fucking day of the fucking week. I don't give a fuck if Inter would win the Scudetto if you win the fucking Champions League. You can go fuck yourselves, you stupid, deluded, calciopoli, cheating punks. Fuck the league. Champions League. Big club. Win it all. Win and stay. Don't be a wanker like Gary Neville and say, certain clubs to jump out against Bayern Munich to help out with the league. Oh, fuck you, man. Oh, fuck you. That's why you piece of shit. Over with Valencia. You don't know nothing, Gary. You trying to make Liverpool a small club like that. No. Tottenham Hotspur against, Tottenham Hotspur half City, and they've got Liverpool in the league. Are they going to play that team 3 times? I don't know. So Tottenham United, that's a good question. Wow, that's a good question. Tottenham against United. That is something to ponder about. Tottenham against Manchester United. How realistic is that? You've got London and you've got Manchester. You've got PSG, former Dortmund manager. Dortmund knocked out Tottenham Hotspur. That's something to ponder about. It's something to ponder about. You know what? Is the Manchester Derby going to come a little later? And is the Manchester Derby going to occur in the FA Cup final? Would a Manchester Derby occur in the Champions League and the FA Cup final 2 times in the same year? Is that really realistic? Is that really realistic? Because I tell you that to me the locks are Juventus, Porto, Ajax, Tottenham Hotspur. So it's pretty much between United, City, Liverpool, Barcelona. Now, what makes this even more complicated is that whoever UEFA wants, if they want Juventus against Ajax, if they want to face them off again because Juventus beat Ajax in the final, 1996, they could script that up for the quarterfinals. I wouldn't mind Ajax. They'd be tough to beat. Don't get me wrong about that. I would love to see that again, but to me, Juventus Ajax would be a dream in the semifinals. That'd be a dream semifinals. To see Ajax rejuvenated, they ended Real Madrid's quest for a 4P. Like, that is as big time as it gets. Ajax did not lose against Bayern Munich. You know what? Let's see how Ajax can do against a team that's emerging like Tottenham Hotspur and see how they can do against Juventus. You know what? That just better happen, man. That just better happen. I like good draws, man. I do. If you like Ronaldo hat tricks, then, you know, fucking Porto. That's a Ronaldo hat trick, man. Whatever. I don't know, man. It is an obsession because I put my bets on Juventus, Porto, and Tottenham and Ajax are my main ones. That's where I put the big money at, my nigga. Now, Man United, City, I don't know, man. Liverpool, fucking Barcelona, it looks really compelling. It really does. Now, drawing up fucking, well, you know what? First thing first is that, you see, Porto don't get the easiest draw when they go to the quarters. Like, they fucking played against Bayern, and then, you know, Bayern fucking played Porto last year. So it's like, they'll give them a European giant, and they'll break and batter them apart. But no matter what, Barcelona, Juventus, Manchester City, Ajax can't be played against each other because Barcelona, City, and then to me, Ajax, Juventus in the semifinals. Guardiola beats his former club to make it to the final, and Juventus beat Ajax, so they beat the 96 final to make it to the Champions League final against a far bigger opponent. If you have Juventus beat Atletico Madrid, and people forget about Atletico Madrid, if Juventus beat Porto and Ajax, they would be the underdogs of the Champions League final against Manchester City. If Juventus beat Porto and Ajax and Manchester City beat Manchester United and Barcelona, Manchester City beat the tough teams. Manchester City are the top team out there. Ronaldo beat City, man. Ronaldo beat City. They beat United. They fucking beat Barcelona. That Ronaldo, man. He's carrying them. He beat Manchester City. It can't be this easy. People can't be predicting us to win. Okay, so you have your Premier League dick-slapping fanboys who like to jack off to the fucking sorry-ass Premier League when, you see, this is Madrid, Jill. Ronaldo has to head back home to Madrid to win. But Messi is going to win 2021 after Paris wins next year, okay? Messi's winning 6 Champions League. There ain't nothing to worry about it because as far as I'm concerned, Messi's big time, and he's going to win 2 Champions League finals, and he has humble as an athlete out there. So you ask me, Lionel Messi's winning a couple Champions League titles before he retires. He is big time. He's going to win it. It's going to come at a later time. That's how it is with Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi's going to win later. You got to believe me on that, okay? Ronaldo's heading back home to Madrid. He's returning back home. He's going to win it, man. One of the best ways to predict the Champions League final is to look at the side. And you look at the Champions League final of 2014 being played at Portugal, and poor Ronaldo's Portuguese, and that was his first Champions League final with Madrid. So that's one of the best things. That's one of the best things to look out for is the side of the Champions League final and what it really foretells of what's to happen. The side of the Champions League final is one of the most revealing things out there. Like it's Ukraine that equals 79, 34. My system of gematria, coding letters A through Z to numbers 1 through 26. This is the kind of stuff I deal with. You need gematria to predict the Champions League winner because it's going to be Juventus. And let me tell you guys that number 1, the finalist, I've had Paris Saint-Germain. Now, Paris Saint-Germain has the same gematria as Manchester City. That's what makes me think that Manchester City is going to be in it until the very end. But until the end, fino alla fine, and Manchester City FC equals 104. 104 weeks later, after the 2017 Champions League finals, when Juventus are going to win again. And in a way, Juventus sold their souls when Gianluigi Buffon left and Cristiano Ronaldo joined Juventus. At that moment, Juventus sold its soul. They sold its soul to the money and to the powers that be. Pretty much, if you can't beat them, then buy them. If you can't beat them, then buy them. And sacrifice a player that gives his heart out to the club is really wanting to win a Champions League final. This will provide mixed feelings because it's always been a dream of mine to see Gianluigi Buffon win the Champions League with Juventus, but the organization had to do what was necessary to win. And if you wait for a really likes Cristiano Ronaldo and they don't Messi that much, if you can't beat them, then you have to go buy them. And ultimately, Gianluigi Buffon's heart is still with Juventus. He left a message for the team and to coach Massimiliano Allegri after we knocked off Atletico Madrid. I'd be really surprised if, Juventus and Tottenham don't face off against Porto and Ajax. I mean, Juve have to face off against Ajax at some point. It could happen in the quarters. You see, this is tricky beast out there. But you know what? No fucking matter what happens, okay? Juventus over City, my nigga, okay? It's how it is. I'm going to be live for the draw. Bring on Porto. Let's celebrate if we get the good draw that we need. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Ajax again. I'll celebrate the draw, man. Fuck Liverpool, you murdered our fans. Fuck Liverpool. Fuck you guys. Fuck Liverpool, you murdered our fans. Fuck you. Fuck you. And glad Milan beat Liverpool. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. Fuck Liverpool. We'll kick your ass if we play you, Liverpool. You guys are fucking scum. Fuck you. You murdered our fans. If we play against Liverpool, that's going to be my fucking hate matchup of the Champions League. If we were to draw against any team that I hate the most, it'd be Liverpool. Because they murdered our fans. So fuck Liverpool. I'm glad Milan beat you, motherfuckers. Fuck you. If Ronaldo returns home to Porto, I'd be really glad. I'd be really glad if we get really entertaining draws. Either way, a lot is up to play. And what's really amazing is that there's still a lot of time left before 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time here at Chandler, Arizona in the United States of America. I hope I've said really. I hope you got a lot from this video, whether it's a sense of perspective or a sense of what to anticipate. The Champions League leak, I can buy it to some point because some of that stuff I actually believe, like Juventus, Porto, and Tottenham, Ajax. I already did, man. I took a guess. I'm not afraid to try. Juventus, Porto, Tottenham, Ajax. Those are my main bets. Liverpool, Barcelona, because it's really revealing. We're going to see if people were gullible or not. If they bet on all 4 of these matchups, which I think some of them are going to happen, the Champions League league, but not all of it's going to come true. Like, it's not going to be a big giant mocking. It's hard to see where the source. Well, I'm not telling you who to bet. I'm just telling you who I bet on. Juventus, Porto. Ronaldo heads back home to Portugal. Amigo. And, Juventus didn't face anyone. Atletico doesn't score. They face Porto. They face Ajax. And, Manchester City. Manchester City. I think we'll be an underdog. I really believe it. I really believe it if we face off against Ajax and Porto. We'll have to see. I'm going to be live at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time when the draw begins. The draw's probably over at UEFA's YouTube channel. I'd have to go see about that. But I'm really excited for it. Can't stop thinking about the draw, right? Faces who? Got to find out. If you know,